Hey there, this is a quick video review of YETI's Hopper Flip 12 and the new Roadie 15 that just came out. These are both great coolers, but there's a couple differences that you should be aware of. The Hopper Flip 12 is a 12-quart cooler and a soft-sided one, and it opens and closes with a waterproof zipper, which I think is a pretty nice touch, but some people find it to be a little bit tough. Where the Roadie 15 is a 15-quart cooler, but it's a little bit bigger because it's a hard-sided cooler. Now that means it's going to keep things a little bit cold for longer, but it has its drawbacks when you're trying to fit it into tight places. So that's something to keep in consideration. Comparing side by side, you can see that the Hopper Flip 12 is a little bit shorter. Let's go ahead and turn these to the side, and you can see that both coolers are of similar width. If I just put the Hopper Flip 12 on top, you can see they're almost the exact same width. Now the Hopper Flip 12 will squeeze down a little bit and doesn't have the buckles on the front sticking out, so it will be more compact in the depth dimension. Now the width is where these coolers are really different. Putting the Hopper Flip 12 on, you can see you got another 6 or 8 inches sticking past this Hopper Flip 12. So the hard side cooler is just a bit bigger all around, but hard side coolers also tend to keep things cold longer. So you have to keep that in mind as well. Also, how you open these coolers is very different. The Roadie 15 has nice buckles that can be used with one hand, and it's super easy to open. Your kids could do this. Where the Hopper Flip 12 has a zipper. It is a waterproof zipper, but you have to physically hold the cooler down to use the zipper. Otherwise, the cooler is going to slide around on you. It's not as easy, and the zipper can be kind of stiff, especially when new. Both of these coolers come with shoulder straps, and the Hopper Flip 12 has a grab handle at top, where the grab handle on the Roadie 15 is built into the shoulder strap itself. Now there's a benefit because it provides a nice flat surface on the Roadie 15 that you can use as a cutting board, but if you want to carry it like a bucket, it's going to hang down a little bit lower than the Hopper Flip 12. Another big difference on the Roadie 15 is you do have a drain plug in the end, which is a really nice touch. None of YETI's previous Roadies had a drain plug, so they've listened to their customers and they've added a drain plug, which I really like. The Hopper Flip 12 does not have that because it's a soft-sided cooler, and that's typically not a feature you find on soft-sided coolers. The bottom of both these coolers are a little different as well. The Hopper Flip 12 has kind of a rubberized textured finish, where the Roadie 15 has 4 rubberized feet and then just hard plastic molded into the bottom. Now the bottom of both these coolers has YETI imprinted, which is kind of a nice touch. You set this down on some sand or something, you pick it up and the YETI logo's there, just kind of something fun. Now the bottom of the Roadie 15 does have some grab handles to make it easier to lift out of the back of a truck or something when fully loaded. That's kind of it for the Roadie 15. The Hopper Flip 12 has some grab handles on the side, where the Roadie 15 just had them molded in. Has a grab handle on the back, lots of carrying options and stuff for tying down to things like kayaks, campers, etc. As far as ice carrying capacity, obviously the Hopper Flip 12 is a 12-quart cooler. The Roadie 15 is a 15-quart cooler. And they're both intended for the 2-pound YETI medium ice. Personally, I like to use the 4-pound blocks of ice, and they fit perfectly into the bottom of the Hopper Flip 12, which I think is really convenient. If you're just doing a half-day trip or something like that, you grab a 4-pound block of ice, throw it right in. Unfortunately, for the Roadie 15, even though it is a bigger cooler, the 4-pound block of ice does not fit flat in the bottom. It's just a little bit too wide to sit there flat, unfortunately. You can always let it sit on one side like I have shown here, but what it's really intended for is using the 2-pound medium blocks and then dumping 4 to 5 pounds of ice on top of that as needed. The final consideration I'd have for you on these two coolers is price. The Hopper Flip 12 is a little spendy for what it is. It's a very well-made cooler, and I would highly recommend it as far as its function goes, but you do pay a little bit more for this cooler than you do the Roadie 15. And I think for most people, the Roadie 15 is probably going to be a really nice size cooler. It's hard-sided, so it's extremely durable. And just the ease of use with the one-handed latches on the front and everything, I think it's going to be a good fit for a lot of people. But if you're needing something a little bit more compact or something to strap down to the back of a kayak or something like that, the Hopper Flip 12 is still a really compelling option. So certainly don't rule out the Hopper Flip 12. I have one for a reason. But if you're considering both of these coolers, I think the Roadie 15 is probably going to be the better value for most people. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, hit that like button below. It helps the channel out a lot. And don't forget to hit the subscribe and bell icon so you're the first to be notified when I release new videos just like this one. Cheers!